Hey, how's it going? So today we're actually going to be installing a brand new power steering pump on the Mazda Protege5. So here's the brand new part, nice and shiny, and here is the old power steering pump. As you can see, it is leaking a little bit and stuff right in there. And yeah, but the main reason why I'm actually replacing it today is because of the sound. I'll insert a little clip right here of it. As you can hear, it just squeals, whines, and doesn't sound good. So this should be a pretty quick, little easy install. Just a couple little bolts up in there and the belt, that should about do it. And when replacing a power steering pump, you will need brand new fluid. My car actually doesn't use power steering fluid, it actually does use automatic transmission fluid. That's just what the car uses. Some cars use it, some cars don't. But definitely check your manual before. Also have some shop rags, because once disconnecting the banjo bolt and the hose right there, it's gonna wanna have some power steering fluid going everywhere. But yeah, this is actually my first time doing a power steering pump, so if I'm missing anything, you know, please forgive me. I'm going along with it as long as you guys are. Got the car all jacked up, so it is time to get started with the install. This is going to be very messy, getting that nasty, stinky power steering fluid everywhere. Yeah, I'm glad that you guys will not be able to smell this. So this should be pretty easy. I do have some of the tools already. I got some 14s. We're actually going to go back over here and we're going to grab 17. Actually, we'll just grab that. It should be good. The first thing is you're gonna want to, you know, get your power steering fluid and try to get as much of that as you can out. So we do have this little filter right there, that's somewhere, and then we're just gonna try to siphon up as much as we can out of here. So I did get most of the stuff out in here. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it in there, but I did get most of it. It's pretty empty, and you can see the little filter thing in there. And that's as much as I can get out of there. So what I actually might try to do is I'll turn the wheel. I won't turn the car on, but I'll turn in the wheel, and I'll see if I can kind of bubble some more of that out of there. So I'm not sure if any came out. But I'll see if I can get any more. I don't know, so we're trying. So one of the first bolts that I have to remove is this one down here. So this is a 17 millimeter, which is connected to the tensioner for the belt here. So I did loosen it a little bit just to make sure that I can kind of do it. And I did do this top banjo bolt, because those are some of the big ones. And then there's this 14 millimeter bolt right here in the back. So I'm gonna undo all of these, and I think it should be pretty loose because I'm gonna wait to do these lines to get, you know, put some rags down so I can clean it up. As you can see, it's pretty loose. I think that's all it's holding it on. Is the belt and the cables. So let's do those. This is definitely gonna be the messy part. There we go. And then we can take out this larger banjo bolt right here. Yeah, a big banjo bolt. That's just connected to that. I'm not sure what that was, but I'll see. For this large one, so I got these little clamps right here. This thing has not been moved in probably 18 years. So, okay, now it's time to get this hose off. And it looks like we might get it. There we go, there's the power steering pump. So as you can see, I will actually have to take off some of these brackets. to remount it. Yeah, this thing was leaking a lot down there. I'll definitely show you when I kind of get all these rags out of the way. So I cleaned it up a bit down there. Looks a lot better. Looks a lot less grimy from this old pump, which I think was leaking. The weird part is though, I never had really low fluid. So if it was leaking, it's just a few drops every once in a while. So I did get rid of the old brackets. So now that one looks like the new one. But I have these brackets right here, which I'm gonna wipe down and reinstall onto the new one. Okay, I have reassembled the pump. It looks pretty decent actually. So I got the brackets on there, cleaned them up. This yellow part just unscrews out. And yeah, these parts cleaned up really well. They almost have like a weird rainbow kind of color from the stainless steel, I think is what they're made of. But now it's time to, I think, kind of put it back in there. So yeah, I'm gonna try to kind of slip it back in there now. Let's see how this goes. Might be a little hard, I don't know. I'm gonna put the big bolt right back in here. That way I can just kind of support it all. I have to deal with all this mess. So I got the large hose up there. You can see this that little guy comes out right there. And the banjo. Then you want to put the large banjo bolt right in there. Got the banjo bolt in. As you can see, it's already kind of looking pretty close to done. For me, the part that I'm worried about most is the belt. I haven't really had much experience with working with belts, but it seems kind of simple. Just make sure it's all right in the grooves. Next, retighten these. As you can see, I did leave it a little bit wobbly. That way I can adjust the belt, get that tightened up, and kind of get that one tightened up as well. So I got everything tightened down. I believe I got the belt tight enough. Just about a maybe quarter inch of play. Button down every bolt, got everything plugged in. So the next step is to actually refill the power steering fluid reservoir. So like I said, got the power steering fluid right here. If I need to, I will use some of the old stuff, but I think I should be good. But obviously, after we put some in, we're gonna have to bleed it, turning the wheel left and right. So yeah, let's start getting it filled up. Let it fill it up. It is to the max line right there, but obviously it still needs a little bit more. So what I'm gonna have to do is start steering it and start bleeding out the system a little bit. So yeah, really straightforward. When you're bleeding it, you just do that and you let it get sucked down a little bit up in there. I think it's a little lower. Yeah, definitely a lot lower. So I'm gonna keep doing that and then I'll check in when it's about full. Okay, it's all bled. Did that for quite a bit. Filled it up just a little bit more. It's a little high, but I'm guessing once I start it and it gets starts going and flowing through the pump, it should be good. So let's cross our fingers, hope that we did everything right. I think I did. Pretty easy, pretty simple install, and just takes a little time, a little messy. Other than that, it's really not too bad. Definitely looks a lot better in here than that one down there. So yeah, let's crank it and see what happens. Leaking right there, definitely gotta fix that real quick. So I just got all done with the install of it. It didn't actually go as planned as I thought it would. I was hoping it would get rid of the whining and hopefully fix the small leak that there was, making kind of a mess over the engine bay. So I do have it in there. It looks good and decent now, but the problem is it's still whining and it's still super loud. I posted on the forums to see if they would have any solutions about it, but they just said replace the O-rings, the washers on the banjo bolt right there, which I went to some auto parts stores and got those. I don't think that really fixed the leaking, so I'm not really sure why or where it would be leaking from there, because I got brand new copper washers to replace that. They were like identical to the last ones. And yeah, the actual whining could be from air getting into it from maybe the washers leaking, or it could be because a lot of nasty fluid in there. I've put in a lot of good fluid in there, so why it's still actually leaking, I have no idea. It's over now. But I hope you guys actually enjoyed the video. Definitely something a little different, a lot more mechanical, and it is hydraulic based, obviously. So doing power steering pumps is a lot different than anything I've really done besides brakes. But yeah, if you guys have any solutions or suggestions about how to actually fix the whining, because this does use automatic transmission fluid, so I don't want to mix in power steering fluid additive to fix the noise if I don't use power steering fluid. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you please like and subscribe.